Hello. Hey, I'm really excited to try something out here. I'm going to call some people in some random locations around the United States, and I'm going to ask them some geography questions, and hopefully they can tell us a little bit about where they live and what it's like there, and maybe we can teach them a little bit about what it's like in Oregon. So my favorite place name in all of the United States of America is a little town in New Mexico called Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. What a cool name for a town. So I've always wanted to talk to somebody there. I'm going to dial up somebody who works at the Geronimo Springs Museum in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. And hopefully they'll be willing to answer some questions for me. All right, let's give it a try here. Hopefully you'll be able to hear them.
This is Earl.
Hey, Earl?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, I'm calling from Winston, Oregon. I'm an 8th grade social studies teacher, and I've got about 100 kids that are going to be listening in on this. Do you mind if I ask you some questions?
Is it some sort of telephone scam? I know Winston, 800 kids in Winston, I tell you.
No, this is not a telephone scam. I assure you. Can you take my word for it?
I guess. I know the sheriff. He's my brother-in-law.
Earl, do you work at the Geronimo Springs Museum?
That's right, Earl Seidinger, museum director.
All right. So do you mind asking a few questions about Truth or Consequences, New Mexico?
Yeah, TOC, that's what they call it.
That's nice. All right. Well, we're learning about geography, so I see right next to you there's a place called Rock Canyon. Is there a lot of rocks in Rock Canyon?
Boy, you ever leave the city? Of course, there's a rock in a rock canyon. Ain't you ever been outside?
Well, yeah, but I don't know. Is that why it's named that, or is there a different reason?
Well, they call New York City because it ain't a city.
Oh, you got me there. I don't know. How about this place called Elephant Butt?
Pardon?
Elephant Butt.
Now, there's no need to be profane. The museum is directly across from a Baptist church.
I wasn't being profane. I'm just reading off the name. Elephant Butt.
Butte, Elephant Butte, and I tell you, if you're one of them there educators, then ain't no hope good for this generation.
Okay, I apologize. It's Elephant Butte. I did not mean to offend you nor the Baptists, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, can I ask you a few questions?
I suppose.
So I'm trying to get my students to learn some states and capitals. Now, I know that Santa Fe is the capital of New Mexico. Do you know the capital of Oregon?
Yeah, Salem, isn't it?
Wow, you were quick with that one. How'd you know that so quick? Salem's not very big or anything.
I was learned by a good teacher.
You what?
I was learned by a good teacher.
You was learned by a good teacher.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you mind if I ask you a few more states and capitals?
I reckon.
I'm not sure what that means. Okay, how about Colorado?
Boulder.
Boulder?
Mm-hmm.
You're right next to Colorado,
Mm-hmm.
and yet you knew Salem for Oregon, and you don't know Denver for Colorado?
Well, that's what they want you to think, but all of us down here in the Southwest know the true capital of Boulder. Read a book. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shall we keep going?
I suppose my brother-in-law is the sheriff if this is a telemarket scam.
It's not a telemarket scam. I promise you. Okay, how about Kansas?
Wichita, home of the Shockers.
Wichita is home of the Shockers, but Topeka is the capital of Kansas, I believe.
Mm-hmm. That's what they want you to think. Topeka's a jinx last time I checked at the grocery store.
I don't know about that. Okay, I feel like I want to ask one more, but I'm kind of scared.
Just don't ask me for my social.
I'm not going to ask you for your Social Security number, right? Earl, how old are you?
Not a day over 82.
I was in the ballpark. Okay, I'm going to ask you one more capital. I hope you can get this one correct since you started off so strong with Salem, Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how about Kentucky, the Bluegrass State?
Now, I'm gonna say Lexington.
All right, Earl, I feel like we've gotten to know each other pretty well, and I appreciate the phone call. Appreciate you taking the time to talk to my kids. Do you want to ask me some questions?
I guess, yeah.
See how I do?
Yeah, what's the state bird of New Mexico?
What's the state bird of New Mexico? Well, I think it's the Roadrunner.
That's what they want you to think. It's actually the Desert Flyway.
The Desert Flyaway, and he hung up. Earl! Oh my gosh, I can't even believe I just experienced that. Earl? Yeah, Earl's gone.